His hat is shadowing him pretty good here. All right, shut up and go slick your edges is working on that here. Looks like you're getting things slicked up, some teamwork going into play. And they've opted for gum trag there. Love the teamwork, communication. Leander's having to get some things fanned here. They're trying to get a little bit of dry time set in on their adhesive. Team number 3, we have a finish process going on, getting a little antique and top coat going there. Now this is all your ideal dry time that you guys are after, I'm sure. I think everybody's starting to feel that time crunch a little bit. They start looking at their finished products here. Matt's got his tooling done. Matt, are you all done tooling? He's done. He's got all the tooling done. All right, now he's going to come back around, see what his team has going construction-wise. What I really love is that all 3 teams were giving the same things to work with here. Granted, the tools are having to bounce back and forth on, but the materials that they got are the same. And we have 3 distinctly different bags that are coming together. See lots of high fives going on team 1. Confident. All right, we're going to come over here. We're going to talk to Braden for a minute. Keeping a close eye on Burn Saddlery over here, this team. What do you think? How are they doing?
We haven't lost any fingers, so that's good. That makes Monday a lot better. No, they're doing awesome. It's a good group, and they all have amazing skill sets, and they're working together really well. It's fun to watch.
Excellent. Now, seeing this speed and productivity, does that raise your level of expectation come Monday?
Dude, those guys always exceed my expectation. I can't even fathom how fast they do things, so it's always fun to see in the shop. So this is almost like a typical day. Less cussing because there's a camera on.
Love it. All right. Matt's going to work on the edges there. He's actually using just some straight water on that. They're getting close to some sewing. They're going to be ready to take on those machines here pretty quick.
So you're not going to sew the top, just the sides. Just sew across the top. Because this is no big enough. If we put that in the top, it's just not big enough.
Now we're have a little bit of a design consultation going here on team number 3. Oh, excellent. I love the comments here coming in on social media and stuff. Tim Hawk, wish I was here. Greg Smith, seen a lot of my leather heroes. Man, I tell you what, this room is filled with leather heroes. This is pretty amazing. It's kind of a who's who in the industry in here walking around. It's really neat. We not only do we have heckling team to team, but now we have heckling from the peanut gallery on the side here.
Look, I found this on the ground, and I know.
Hey, do you want to get your husband disqualified?
Blow it. Blow it. I'm watching you, Matt.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Aaron doesn't have to tackle.
All right. Looks like they're working on that dry time with their glue here. Yep, before a sewing machine starts, all your other tools have to be back to the table. There we go. They're doing a double check on their tool count, making sure a machine can go. There we go. Matt getting a little assistance, getting that machine turned on, ready to go. All right, team number one, running around, getting another tool. What did we switch out for? We are going for the antique finish. Part of that antique finish was rubber banded together, and that is rubber banded with that. That goes together. Making some decisions on lace with team number three. Team number two. Looks like they're working to turn up the speed on the sewing machine here. So a team must have decided to turn that down a little bit. We're getting some bobbin winding going here.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, team members dodging around. We got two machines in use. So that means the rest of the team is standing in wait. We are 30 minutes out. 30 minutes out. You guys have been working already for an hour. You have 30 minutes left to have a completed bag. Remember, you must complete a bag with a tooling aspect. We are going to be down to the wire here, getting these constructed all the way. Jim's taking advantage of the time while they're working on that machine. He's able to air out his tooling piece, get some of the moisture out of that.
Did you get there having to rethread?
Uh-oh, we're having to rethread here with team number two. Looks like they're... There we go. We're back rolling now. Machine is... Yeah, we were close with a whistle there. I had a whistle.
They walked around with their head knife, but they didn't use it.
Okay, that was their tool they brought. So we're going to check in with the referee here. You had your whistle almost up there, getting ready to blow. What did we run into?
They were walking with their head knife towards the sewing machine.
Okay. But luckily it was not. Yeah, that was their tool that they had opted for.
Their team to runs with knives.
Bruce wants to change the team name on team number 3 to Running with Knives. So we have Shut Up and Go Slick Your Edges and Running with Knives down here on team number 3. I feel like we get down close to the wire, it's going to sound like a horse race calling it in. Okay. Now what tools do we have here in play? Team number 1, they're putting on a finish here with Resolene. Great Phoebe's product. They're very limited on their tools. Yeah. So they've dug into their hardware bag and figuring out what hardware they want to put on this. In all fairness, that other machine does have a thread clippers. So we're going to put thread clippers on this one. Matt,
Focus up, bro. So,
you have, that is thread clippers next to your machine there. You can use that knife for your threads. There we go.
yeah, they're straight enough.
Uh-oh. Oh, team number 1, we have a whistle. Team number 1, you have a whistle. So, your time has started. You have 1 minute. We have a 1 minute penalty on team number 1. We had premature usage of the sewing machine with a tool still on the table. It had not been returned to the bench yet. Okay, we have a countdown for our penalty box. We are 30 seconds into your penalty. You can be set and ready to go on that machine, but you cannot go until it starts. 23, 22, 21. We got 20 seconds down there. Okay. Team number 1, our penalty's down to 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Team number 1, you are back in play. Was that the longest minute ever, Denise?
Yes, it was. It was. We got booed. I'm so sad.
Wow. I don't think it was a direct boo.
Yeah, you're probably.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Don't cheat. What do you think of this time limit we have here?
What do I think of what?
The time limit.
The time limit. It's challenging. It's challenging. I mean, I can't make a bag in an hour and a half. So I'm excited though. I think we got something really good going on. Yeah.
Do you feel you guys are working pretty good together as a team?
I think so. We're playing on each other's strengths. We each know what we're really good at, so we've assigned each of us what we're really good at, and I think it's working.
Awesome.
I think the other team should be scared.
Think the other team should be scared. All right, I love it. All right, so team number 1 back to work on that machine. Team number 3, they are also over here on a machine. Matt's going to town, sewing things up. Jim, your work in between your pedals, was that all with the pencil? Sorry? In between those pedals, I see some detail and shadowing coming up. Was that done with that pencil? Or was
the pencil.
with the pencil?
Yeah.
The good old number 2 pencil brought in all that shading and depth out of there.
And I used a pen, but did a whistle pen.
Yeah. So, Jim, what did you think when Aaron called you and asked you to be on this team?
Told him I'd be delighted to. Yeah, doing this kind of a thing, improvising on the fly is something that I've had to do most of my life. So, yeah, it wasn't all that hard to come up with something, you know.
Yeah. How many years have you been doing leather work? I mean, I know I'm going to make you roughly. Give me a rough number. How's that?
You're trying to date me now, aren't you? Well, I was telling the class today that I got my beginner set of tools 57 years ago this year. And
wow. 57 years ago, you got your beginner set of tools and been going ever since. Have you ever been involved in a live competition like this and been down to the wire with time and having to work with a team?
Yeah, a whole lot. It's called teaching classes. You have so much time to get these people through whatever that project is, and so, yeah, doing something and getting a bunch of other people through that same project on time, yeah, I've done a lot of that.
Yeah. So I want to know, how do you feel your students are doing here in this class tonight?
They're stayed out of my way, so I'm pretty happy with them.
All right, making some decisions here on team number 2, deciding if they want to use some of this lace. Just keep in mind when you're deciding, the best bag is going to win, right? So you just got to make good decisions. All right, team number 1, pretty happy. They're back off the sewing machine, so they can get 4 other tools in play here if they want. What's on the bench? Yes. Uh-oh. We have a whistle on team number 2. Team number 2, we have a penalty. No, the tools have to be back on there. Okay, so they went to use their machine. No, that was in the goodie bag. They're good there. But they had a tool that was on the bench when they went to use the sewing machine. So they are. This is our second penalty of the night. Take that opportunity. Have a nice refreshment here. Aaron brought his cheering crew with him. We love that.
What's that?
You brought your cheering crew with you, yes.
What do you say you are for me?
You're Janie Sue, your support person that's here.
She's my emotional support.
Okay, we were a few seconds late starting, so go. All right, we're still going to town here on the sewing machine for team number 3. Trevor's going back, checking some stuff on the table. Looks like he's looking for something. Something's lost. They started with such a clean work surface. Now they're missing things. Has that ever happened to anybody? Anybody get a messy shop and can't find anything?
If he's not sewing, does he have to stand up?
There you go. Yeah, if he's not using that machine. Because that is an opportunity for another team to get in on that machine if it's not in use. Boy, he's got that head knife going. We may have to get the. Whew, thought we were going to be reaching for that first aid kit here for just a minute. Oh, so, Trevor, tell me here, did you misplace one of your parts?
No, it was just in plain sight on my table.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you had to just cut you a new one there? Is that what you were doing?
Well, you see, we may have mismeasured something since we didn't have anything to measure with, so we may have had to cut an extra part, but probably not, maybe not.
I love it. Improvising on the fly. Okay, team number 2, they're done on their sewing machine. They're going to gather up their 4 tools here. Going with a drive punch and a maul, but must have the wrong size drive punch. Going back for something else now. Uh-oh, there was one punch they need and it's missing. Looks like it must be in play with team number 1 at this point.
Do we have the other bunch of sizes for that one right there?
No, you have this one right here.
Okay.
Let's see, what tools do we have going on